back. This is a Weser game, and this is with Diego. I don't remember who Diego is. So we'll see. I'll be right back.
I played it a few times. I played it enough to sell the ship after the first game. Let's put it this way. The AP bombs, you only get 2 of them. I filled the entire circle with a New Mexico in it. I drop the bombs, I get 1 overpen. I did that 3 times. So, yes, after that, I just free XP to Parzival and sold to Weser.
See, okay. Time for you to go. Boss is calling. Hey, scratch my take. Take care, dude. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Which tier 9 destroyers do you feel are stronger than their successors? Tashkent comes to mind immediately.
How this one? I'm gonna ask for the clarification on wording. Are we talking about like pure ship strength, or are we including per tier basis? Because
By the
that will
way,
change my answer quite a bit.
Diego, I think you could have turned there and engaged the Perth and smacked him with your AP rockets. You didn't. You turned away, and I think that cost you a little bit of damage and some plane health too.
I
Um,
agree there. That could have been a nice
mhm,
shot onto the Perth's broadside.
that's right. Hello, Tiri. How are you? Other tier 9s that are pretty strong. Yugumo is quite strong. Shimikaze is strong too, but Yugumo's got best in-game concealment, right? At 5.4?
Yugumo's 5.4.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I kind of like that a lot. Um,
Um,
Rip the Fushin. Yeah.
okay. So by that wording, the only ship I would take is actually Kitakaze.
Yeah, absolutely. If you were in a 9-10 battle, you'd rather have the tier 9 or the 10. Kitakaze, sure. Grinding up the ship line, why not? Hold down left mouse button. You get a little bit of extra boost as well. You lose one turret, but compared to the Haragumo, I'd rather, I don't know, if I'm grinding up the line, it makes more sense.
I would take the Kagero. Sorry. I'll be taking the Kitakaze just because she has slightly better handling and she doesn't have as much of a firepower problem. Her
Hmm.
concealment is 6.1, which is still competitive against other destroyers. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like the Haragumo's like 6.2 or 6.3-ish. I find it's a
All
bit
right.
high.
You could have dropped the Perth there. You might have been off, but you might as well have taken the drop attack.
I think it's fine to go for Mackinson,
Mm-hmm.
but so far he has not really done much damage. So he really needs to start landing these citadels like that to start affecting the match.
Yep.
And yes, Rainy Recon's correct. Yugumo's 5.5. I
Okay.
thought we were talking about Kagero or something else.
I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I've really cared that much about the Japanese destroyer line. Like the torpedo destroyer line. It's just kind of eh.
Well, did you know that Shimakaze used to have 5.9 just like the gearing?
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm. Now your rockets aren't going to hit the Perth. The Perth is going to be in smoke for a very long time. So you're taking gunboat damage for no good reason here.
Like, the thing is, Ensign, a lot of the tier 9s are rated highly, but that's also accounting for tier.
Yep.
Almost all tier 9 ships, when facing tier 10 ships, are just outclassed because tier
Yep.
10 stats are simply just better. The only two exceptions is really just the Chungmu and the Kita, really just the Chungmu.
What about the black?
Because Chung, Black doesn't have a tier 10 counterpart, so she's invalid for that question.
Okay. There's the Perth. Now, ah, there he goes. I was about to say that the Weser actually has really good torpedo bombers for light cruisers and destroyers. Um, but it does feel like you're struggling to use them effectively. Okay, you're gonna go for the Mackinson now.
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here, because
Yeah.
your torpedo bombers can strike more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was no reason to dump right there. You could have held it so you could have struck the moccasin twice, no issue, or even 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Tofik, I agree. I think they're pretty average destroyers, but some people swear by them, and hey, that's cool.
They
That's them.
they have their uses. Like, we've
Mm-hmm.
seen a fair amount of Shimikazes in competitive.
Yep. I'd like to see you taking rockets out to go after the Nuremberg at this point. Bombers will work too against New Mexico, I suppose.
I would actually go for New Mexico here too. You just
Mm-hmm.
get that threat out of the way. That Fuso there is gonna die to the Fuso Nuremberg anyways. But if you
Sure.
can take care of the New Mexico, that's your immediate threat.
So essentially, what you're saying is clear the flank,
Yep,
and that's fair.
it's New Mexico's closer. He can't run away, and I think you'll end up doing more overall if you just hit the New Mexico.
Now, one thing I noticed is that Diego has not been pre-dropping. Do you think that's okay?
You can get away with it at this tier. Tier
Hmm.
6 AA is not very strong,
Okay.
so you don't have to use pre-drops. It's more if you're up-tiered in the ship.
Especially in ranked battles, right? I mean, this is a ranked bronze match. Hey, just because they're average doesn't mean you can't have 70% win rate. Well, yeah, Tofik, absolutely. I find those ships are either feast or famine, and sadly, in my experience, they're more famine than feast. So, look at the Ishmael. Nuremberg killed the. Oh God, Fuso died too. Okay, so that side is wide open. Better hope your Ishmael doesn't die to the New Mexico guns here. And the island screws you over right there. Just go back to your ship. It doesn't matter.
Don't. You should actually not wait out the animation like that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you?
Double click.
What you can do is abuse the long animation and speed boost out of there, because the fighters and the AAs will not work on you as long as you're in that attack animation.
Really?
Yep.
Ishmael died. Oh God.
Oh, and you should have taken care of New Mexico too. This is what I was concerned about.
All right, New Mexico finally dies, and now it's Fuso Nuremberg versus Warspite Graf Spee and 2 Wessers. Got time for one rocket attack. I think you could have been better off going farther on the side. Let's see what happens. Too high? Yeah. You're tempted to whale Christmas crates. Well, Cthulhu, just wait until the snowflakes hit and do all your tier 10s, right? Then whale your Christmas crates after you've gotten all your Santa, what is it, Santa regular container? What do they call it? Small gift container? Once you got all your small gifts, then you can whale all by all means. Remember last year we had the Makarov on the short list. Yeah, exactly right. Carnes, wait until Wargaming shares the data. Yes. Yep. Always use the free chances first. Good, good, good. Now
You
you're.
mean you don't want the Makarov?
If you're up against the Nuremberg, you definitely want the AP rockets. The torpedoes are okay. think you might have
Torpedoes are
enough
okay.
money for some crates this year. Secret Santa's been very, very good to you. Oh, there you go. Congratulations, Duckman.
However, your CV is a little bit exposed right there. I'm not
Nah.
sure if you intended it though, because autopilot does do funky stuff.
Oh my god, it's gotten me killed so many times in that friggin' Popeda.
Uh-huh.
I tell it to go backwards, it's like, you want to go forwards? Ugh.
No, I want you to run away from the enemy ship. No, I'm going to suicide the enemy ship. There's nothing you
Right.
can do about it.
Right, pretty much. There you go.
He shot too high for that one, but it doesn't matter. The German Makarov is dead.
Yep. Now remember, there's a bit of a desync in replays as well. It's very possible that those were dead on. It just looked a little off in our replay. You got the Makarov, but then again, you wanted Makarov's not bad necessarily. Maybe better by medium instead of 3 small ones, depending. Karn, maybe, but personally, I would buy smalls until you've gotten all the ships that come in the smalls, and then buy mediums until you've gotten all the ships in the mediums, then buy your megas. And by that point, rip your wallet, son. Tufik says, I read somewhere that the best chances for a ship per token are still the biggest crates. If you want other rewards, then probably medium. Honestly, it really depends on, in my opinion, it depends on how many of the ships you already have. If you're a brand new player that has none of the ships, Mega is the worst case scenario because you're spending all this money on a container that's going to drop a regularly, I guess you could say a regular tier 5 to 7 ship when you want the 8 to 9 ship. So
We'll
here
have
we
to
go.
see what each crates will drop specifically, because Wargaming has not released what ships are available for which crates.
I'm sure they will.
I bet you they tell us what the shortlist ship is this year.
As long as the shortlist is not a Carl. I was watching Bo's video on it, and he did not like the Carl at all.
Carl, what's the Carl? Hey,
Tier 6
Patriot!
German destroyer.
Oh.
Yep. Apparently, it's been so
Little
popular
Patriot
that no
67
one
just
has heard of it.
resubscribed for 4 months.
I mean, it
So I
comes...
should go to the forums and complain about it?
There you
Yes.
go. It comes with that special Die Hard commander, right? The guy that voiced the German version of Die Hard. So there you go. Hey, Patriot, thank you very much for your tier 4 sub, dude. That's 4 months in a row. Really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. As we're looking here at our Weser game. Way too overexposed. I might actually send autopilot to just send you away at this point at full speed. But you know, you're behind an island, so I guess that works too.
How would
Tell-
you sat behind the island? Just tell
Yeah, tell it to
your
stop
ship
now.
to crash into island.
Yep, tell it to stop now. One thing on your side, if quite a few of the banned ships
Thunder
already,
snows
Musashi,
now
Jean
following.
Bart, Georgia, Enterprise, so that's a bunch of ships that they can't give you. That's right, Cthulhu, that's true. So it comes down to what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish with these? And look, the Warspite took out the Fuso, so at this point, you're probably going to win. Don't drop the torpedoes. Hold on to them for the Weser. And for the memes, send your Weser straight at theirs. Why are you doing another pre-drop here?
He's probably just a conserving plane because Wester's fighter is getting a guaranteed lock on him.
Aha.
So he's going to bait the fighters away with 2 of his bombers, and the other 2 will strike.
Gotcha. I'm sure you'd want to do rocket planes. I would probably do torps or bombers at that point. Torps are quite low.
Now he can take on, well, whatever. You can strike freely for like the next 40 seconds, which is not that much.
Yep. Hey, Jadam, how you doing? I don't think Carl will be in the crates last year. The ships from fall months weren't part of the Christmas crates too. Okay. We'll see what happens. Got a day one King Sea container, but what or where is it? You have to log into your port, hey gamers. It should show up as a mission for you to get the container. You have to complete the mission before you get the container.
So, somewhat ironically,
Hey, Navbot.
because he took so long, he actually waited. He actually let Weser get another fighter up.
Mm-hmm.
If he struck immediately with the rockets, he could have gotten 2 strikes and no issues.
Hmm. You're welcome, Neo. Navbot, Boxy said there was to be a dev blog announcing new ships after the stream. Where it be? I haven't seen one. I would say check back tomorrow. Maybe you'll see it tomorrow. Go gadget secondaries. Not that Wargaming hasn't released enough uninspiring premiums in the last 10 months. It felt great. Yeah, they have been. There have been a few really good ships, but a lot of not. Tomorrow they said for sure. Okay. Good to know.